Hi there, my name is Austin and welcome to Purity Music. Today we're going to take a look at a little Yamaha amp that I came across about a year and a half ago. Well, let's get into it. So, in my hands here I have the Yamaha THR-10X. Doesn't mean a lot, it's not the most amazing name that you could come across, but there's quite a range of these little amplifiers and they're solid state, they have a USB interface, and they're also battery powered. So as we go onto the Yamaha page for these amps, the THR range, we see that they are looking to come up with a great sound that is off of the stage. But in an amp so small, you'd wonder how that would even be possible. Now under their information, you've got the THR-10, which is a kind of classic tone, but it's a newer version of. Then you've got the THR-5, which is a smaller version of that, and the THR-10C, which is the classic, so more warm tube-like tones. Then you've got the THR-10X, which is the one we're going to be looking at today, which is the extreme high gain version, so it's more like your stack. And then the THR-5A, which is the acoustic version. Okay, so as we're back in the room, here you go. So this is a physical look at the 10X, and as you can see, it is a small, portable, so if you think about my arm, it's about the size of my fingers to my elbow, so it's quite small. And we've got two small 3-inch speakers, so two main drivers, and it's a twin ported cab. On the top you can see the controls, the input jack, headphone jack, auxiliary in jack. Over here you've got your power switch. Along here you have your presets, so you've got 4 presets that you can save your tones, and you've got a button here to set up your tuner. Now, if I get this a little bit closer to you, there you go, got the lighting in the right place. So you've got from right to left, or left to right, whichever way you're actually seeing it here, you've got your line in, so if you've got a CD player or phone plugged into it, that's where that's going to go. You've got your guitar main input, delay and reverb, your effect blends, you can see a string of different effects around there, treble, middle and bass, of course, your master volume and your main gain in, and then you have your amp models, and that's really where this thing is going to come into its own. You also have a tuner. Not a lot to speak of on the back, apart from the fact that you have a USB interface and your power socket, and on the bottom 8 AA batteries can power this. And I tell you, it actually powers them and runs this thing for quite some time. So what we're going to do, we're going to set this up just behind me, and then we'll have a look at what it sounds like. Now I know this seems a little strange, but I'm just going to tilt this forward a little bit just so you can see this, because with the lighting in here you can't really tell. But just as you turn it on, if you look at the left and the right, sort of centre to from the logo, when you turn on the switch, yeah, you get a slow glow starting up to make it look like this has got tubes in it. It hasn't, those are just LEDs, but we won't hold that against it because this system's just too nice. And it's just as well this thing has a tuner on it, because my guitar is totally out of tune. So here, just sitting at the amp for the first time, I've plugged it in through the headphones into the desk because I think it will just give you an idea of the stereo effects. You do actually get stereo from the speakers as well. The left and the right are split so that you get that. As I'm playing, you may hear a bit of picking, so I'll try and remember to mute the microphone as I go. Should have a foot switch to do that, might make things a bit easier. So. Not so sure about that last chord. So, yeah, so we go into the next section. This is another set of sounds that I've already sort of loaded up. There's a bit of delay as I'm listening to it back through here through the streaming software. So chops amps are well out of shape today. And the next one, because let's face it, you've come here for the X series of these amps, so high gain. So as you can hear, there's quite a fair bit of reverb on there, lots and lots of gain. Do you know what? I haven't used this in a little while, so I have no idea what I've put on number 4. Let's have a look, shall we? Something a little lighter, it seems. So quite nice clean tones. And gone, what have I got on number 5? I think this is an acoustic tone. Yeah, so now I don't really need to tell you there's been plenty of chorus and plenty of gain and plenty of reverb. There's been some not too much in the way of delay, so maybe we'll have a little fiddle around with some of the delay settings just so you can hear that, and then very briefly, and then I'm just going to show you what this amp sounds like going straight into the mic just to give you an idea. So with the delays, it's not extremely controllable. What you have is, on the amp, you have it's going to be difficult for you to see what it has, but you have a delay section that stops about there, then it's delay reverb up to about there, then you have a tremolo effect from there in this little section here, and those are, it kind of runs on algorithms, if you like, so it's not greatly controllable for that, but you do, you know, you can get some lovely sounds. Now if we go to something like this, because again it is the high gain amp, let's face it. Now you've got the different amp models. I'm going to go through the amp models. I'm going to turn off the mic so you don't get that clicking. And obviously you get a lot of different gains from that as well. And then of course you have the option to up the gain just as you would an amp, because at the end, you know, by the end of the day, this is an amp. It's a little more expensive than your general practice amp. They tend to run out about, this one here tends to run out about 179 to around 200 UK pounds. So not that there's any other kind of pounds other than UK, but yeah, right, okay, so what I'm going to do, let's hook on to just the speakers now, shall we? Okay, so this is the bit where I just get to play with this speaker as it is so you can see it properly. Now the speakers, believe it or not, they may only be 3 inches, but they are very, very deep and meaningful speakers. I mean, when I say deep and meaningful, they've got plenty of body, being the fact that it's a dual ported cabinet. Could probably do with sorting out that B string, but I'm not worried about that right now. Let's get into the next one. There's so much volume. And then this, I'll be honest with you, as I start using this sound, the sound actually goes down a bit. So, you know, you kind of have to put that up a bit. If you are looking for an amp that is small, I mean, you take it to something like this, and you know, this is a 410 bass cab. If you take it to something like that, and how small that is, that will keep up with that in a practice situation, obviously, very, very easily. So anyway, there you go. That's the THR 10X for extreme. High gain. Anyway, until next time, I hope you enjoyed this, found it interesting, found what you want. Feel free. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell icon. There's more content to come. Assuming I can sort out how I talk. Take care.